Good morning, everybody. Had a couple of user error issues, obviously, this morning. If you popped in right at the beginning, but I think we it's fine. I know how to press buttons. I'm I'm so good at my job, which is pressing buttons. Anyway, yeah. So as the good morning, Jackie Beth. But yeah, as the title uh suggests, my God, we are still on the same page. uh yeah, let's can I press the right buttons this time? That's gonna be the real question. There we go. Fingers crossed. Okay, I think we're good, maybe. Maybe. There we go. All right. All right. Now that that's done, I now have to rearrange my little nest that I've made here. Because of course I do. Okay. Got my glove. Hooray! You made it! Good morning! All right. Oh, wait, why can't I see my music? Oh, because I had them. There we go. Everything's fine. I know how to work technology. All right. Where were we? I forgot I gave him like a little plant cowlick. God, I think we're just doing all the details. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. I'm fine. What should go over here? I feel like I need some type of. Oh, thank you. I feel like I need some type of like. Oh, that is not a straight line, isn't it? Let's finish the sentence I started first. Um, I don't. So obvious. Like this is a adventurous tavern, right? You know, kind of like your classic D&D game. Like your party meets in a tavern and you talk to the barkeeper. Anyway, so it's like an adventuring tavern. I feel like it needs a big skull of some kind, like a monster skull. You know, like a dragon or something. I feel like a dragon would be too big because my dragons are very large. Manicore? I you're almost there. I think it's missing a T. It's like manticore. But yeah, look, I'll be honest. I don't know if I know the face of those right off of my head. I'm gonna look something up real fast. What do they look like? Okay, so it's okay. It's a type of chimera. Okay, so it's guys. Yeah, sure. Let's. Yeah, we're just gonna freehand it. We're just gonna dive right in. I've already changed my mind. We're not diving right in. Let's do this. Like, don't be silly, Eris. You're allowed to sketch things out first. So let's say we got a big old honkin' thing here. Lion face with like horns and stuff. Okay. What if it's like bull horns? Okay, now he's starting to look more cow-like. I did not mean to make him look like a cow. I wanted him to look like a lion. I mean, I did give him cow ears, so there is that. But like, they're like a mishmash of animals. I guess lions do have a pretty like they're like almost a flat face. Okay, all right. I think I can fix this. Let's give you different ears so we can really tell that. Get that kind of kitty grin. All right, so that big ol' honking thing's gonna be right over here. um, and I know I needed like a bunch of knickknacks kind of all over this place. So let's. I feel a little better with this sketch anyway. So let's. Get in the lines. We were going to give him horns. I feel like there's actually going to be fur too in the way. Yay! Yeah, I really like this song. So you can tell I'm no longer following even the guidelines that I put in. It's fine. Okay, there we go. That's about right. But too far. Okay, something like give him a little Simba mane looking hair. Some of these pictures I have too look like there's like hedgehog like quills coming out of the mane to kind of make it further separate from just straight up lion. So I think I'll probably add those in too. All right. Honestly, that takes up a lot of space. Fantastic. Exactly what I wanted. Thank you. What do you want your nickname to be, Queen Brown Goddess? Because I'm just sort of in my head calling you just Queen. Because yeah, the more you talk, the more I'll probably ask questions. Any of you lurkers out there, if you want to pop in chat, I will just start talking to you. All right, cool. Yeah, yeah. Think on that. Yeah. Like even if you're just popping in to be like, "Hi, good morning. I'm working on homework and lurking." Like that's cool too. Oh wait, I see. I should have never drawn on that inking layer. I knew it. I knew it. I Someone should have clipped that like 2 weeks ago when I said I shouldn't be drawing on this. I'll annoy future me. Well, future me is annoyed. Let's do some because we got a big thing right over here. So let's do a couple smaller things. We got weapons. I feel like we kind of got like the weapon stuff. Um, Queenie? Yeah, I like that. Okay. Anyway, welcome, Queenie. Yeah, I saw I got a follow from you. I guess last week. Uh, but yeah. Anyway, thank you for popping in. I think we're going to do. Let's. Sure, why not? Let's just do more perspective because that's all I'm doing with this piece apparently. We're gonna do some. Okay, we're gonna try to do some floating shelves here. Of course, I picked the most awkward angle for them. Well, you're in the right place because I'm just awkward. I'm not even new to Twitch. Like I'm new to streaming, sort of, but the awkward's not gonna go away. That's just base personality trait right there. Yeah, let's do it this way, I think. There's like a professional way, like, to figure out the perspective here and do it more accurately than I'm doing. Um, yes. I'm just gonna say I acknowledge the fact that there is a professional way to do this, and I'm definitely not doing it. Um, like it's more I learned it in design, and also I feel like when I learned it in design, they said it was like something architects use. And then they highly encouraged us artists to also do that. And then I immediately was like, that sounds great. And then never did it. So, A plus student. We're going to do a really fancy bottle or something up here. And then maybe some type of knickknack. I don't even know what I started drawing, but now all I see is a whale. So I think it's just going to be a whale. No, I nipped the end. Do like I think I just decided that this is like, I don't know, some little spirit entity trapped in this bottle. Why am I being so mean to things right now? I've got a head of a manticore on my wall. I've got a little spirit trapped in a bottle. I mean, I guess that is kind of. Oh, that is the I know how to use words. That's the dialogue of these characters that I just haven't quite inked in yet. Um, and it's just the on the sketch layer for me to try to I where I put it was where I originally thought when I was sketching out the page where I might put the dialogue, but I'm honestly thinking that I'm gonna have to write it more like down here. But yeah, and I'll get that in there. And honestly, we might be able to get to lettering today. Not sure what that thing is, but it's definitely a thing. Okay. I have so much room right down here. Do I want to do more shells? I don't know if I want to do more shells. Um, Maybe some type of like portrait. Uh, hmm. What's it a portrait of? I have no idea. Some type of wizard, I'm thinking. It was like as soon as I do the staff in, I was like, oh, it's Gandalf. Oh. I hear the birds yelling. No, that made his arm even more wonky. Something like that. There's a wizard man. Okay, Self, how are you clenching your left hand so tight it's like numb now? It was doing literally nothing. You're not left-handed. Why are you clenching? I feel like I need something. When in doubt, add plants. Okay. All right. Let's just do that. Let's do some type of. Okay, let's trim it down. This indoor plant got very outdoors very quick. I mean, I guess I did draw it like legitimately a huge pot for it to be planted in. That's on me. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's thin down the trunk then. Otherwise, it looks like it needs to be like 90 feet tall. But okay. Okay. We can clean this up. Oh my gosh. Oh, self, you can do this. My hand is like determined to make this bumpy. That line out because this is all potted plant at this point. Double checking, making sure I'm writing on doing the same right layer. Okay, great, awesome. Yeah, if I don't constantly check to see what layer I'm on, there's a very good chance I'll somehow wind up on the wrong layer and then be like, well, I just have to erase everything I just did. It has happened so many times. I don't know why this plant got very off center. I mean, I absolutely did just draw it like that, but do you need a friend in here, Mr. Plant? Nah, we'll just have it be a weirdly planted. It's not in the center of the pot. Fine. Plants don't have to be in the center of the pot, I guess. Like the limbs should not be longer than the trunk or wider than the trunk. Mm, maybe it's flowering. What little plant this is? No idea. But maybe it's one of those like little like dwarf um fruit trees or whatever. Like I know that you can get like lemons that can like go pretty small and still produce fruit. So maybe that's what this is. Just add some leaves in here. Nip some of these this foliage up above this photo to be like, look, it's in front of it. This is this wizard's personal lemon tree. It's not magic. He just has a green thumb. Take out some of these straight lines here. Oh, that. Then there we go. I was like, something looks wrong. Okay. That sure does look like something. Okay. A little more shape into the trunk here. Dirt. I know what I'm gonna do. It makes no sense, but also seems like something I would do. So, there's a a stray like little twig there. What if we put in some type of like crystal? Like, why not? It's just chilling in the pot. Yeah, there's just yeah. There's what if there's like little crystals and they're just hanging out. Something like this. Looks great. Fantastic. Awesome. Love it. Um that actually did that ate up a lot of room. That's a good decision on my part. Um how many more things can I put in so I can procrastinate drawing this manicore? that's that's the question. Oh, I know what I could do. I can do oh no, I know what I could do. Okay. Okay, actually, yes. Okay, actually, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna need to look up a reference for this though. Oh, give me just a second. Oh god, I can do this. What does a lute look like? I don't need a verbal description. I need a. There we go. Oh, they got. Oh, their necks get real funky, huh? Okay. All right. All right. We can do this. This person has a hat with a feather, so I'm just automatically assuming that they're a bard. So we're gonna have to draw a lute. Oh, yeah, Queenie's asking. Now I knew. What's the comic about? Your detail is insane. Um, yeah. So, it's a. This is Queen's Rogues. It is a fantasy spy comedy. It's a very D&D esque. And not exactly like set in the. I'm just. What am I listening to? Oh, I need to take this song off. It is way too early in the morning for all of that nonsense. Okay. Um anyway, uh it's kind of like vaguely D&D setting but like not the D&D universe because I don't want to pay for their licensing. Um but that kind of style. Like there's dragons, there's elves, there's magic. Um it's vaguely kind of I can't really say it's medieval because there's definitely trains because I can't stop myself. There has to be trains. Um anyway, I feel like I'm just telling on myself now. Um but yeah, it is a fantasy. It's a spy comedy in the same way like Man from Uncle. Man from Uncle, is that the spy one? Get Smart. I think maybe I'm thinking of Get Smart. Um Anyway, yeah. And so I got, well, this is certainly a page to come in on. Um so these are the two main characters. And unfortunately this page all you can see is the backs of their heads. But yeah, it's still pretty early on. So they just they had their little introduction. They just finished up a job, and now they're entering into the adventurer's tavern essentially, and they're about to pick up another job. They don't know that yet, but they're about to. The dragons, there's elves and magic, yeah. This is essentially like this started as an idea of like I wanted to do some type of like mystery, like spy something or other. I have a very like soft place in my heart for spies. Uh, my my favorite book when I was like 14, clear until I was in my 30s. Like it took a long time for somebody to write something that like supplanted my favorite book. My favorite book was about spies. And it was spies in a fantasy setting, so like the genetics are very clear with this comic. um but yeah, but it was about spies who worked, and it was like kind of vaguely medieval, that kind of like pseudo European medieval fantasy. And these spies worked for their queen, and they had their different kingdoms and stuff like that. And I loved this book. Like this was absolutely my favorite. It was called Luck in the Shadows and it's by Lynn Fwelling. And I love those two spy idiots so much, because a lot of spy stuff is like characterization, because it's very character driven narratives. There's like the plot is usually someone has made something or someone has found something, and now everyone's scrambling to see if they can also get their hands on it, etc., etc. Oh, Queenie's asking again what the book's called. The book is called Luck in the Shadows, and it's by Lynn Fwelling, Flewelling, I think. And yeah, no, that book had a very real impact on me. Okay, I'm making up these strings. So they just like go all the way up, and they like turn that corner. That's wild. Okay. So yeah, basically I was just like, ooh, fantasy spy thing. Like, yeah. And then because I'm me, I was like, it has to be a comedy. And then there was, yeah. I don't know, I hope it's in Libby. And hey, if not, ask your library. I'm like, if they can get it, most libraries are very good about like, if they can get their hands on it, they will try to put it in their collection. Sometimes they have rules on like they can't buy someone's like independently published thing, like they're not gonna, but this is not independently published. I think this is from Tor. Oh, maybe my little circle thing is too low. Okay, yeah, because it there's a bar at the bottom, and that those are what the strings connect to. Okay, let's do. Huzzah! I don't think I need too many warnings on this one. I mean, it was published like 1990 or something. I can't remember. But it's pretty good. Like it starts off a little like I don't want to say it starts off rough, but it does start you off, and like the characters are in a bad situation and they have to like pull themselves out of it. So like, but they do, and they do, and they do very quickly. But yeah, I think that looks like a loot. Well, I'm a former librarian, Queenie. If you need. Oh, it does look like a loot. Yeah. All right. So we gave Mr. Man a loot. Um, loot unlocked. I feel like I need to draw. Like honestly, the urge to draw backpacks is kind of overwhelming right now. So I think we're maybe. See, I didn't imagine the card table. Well, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Let's just draw. Let's just draw a little backpack right here, like or a little messenger bag. Uh, it's usually your birth year. Uh, I'm saying that knowing this is Queenie is one of my friends in real life, so we share the same library. Yes, it's usually your birth year. Let's do a little. No, you're fine. You're fine. I was just sort of like, just in case anyone's like watching from somewhere else and they go like, how do you how do you know Queenie's library password? And it's like, well, here's the thing. Yeah. Oh, so this is my is it labeled as such? Yeah. I mean, very tiny, but this is my Queen's Rogues playlist. Every song in here somehow like reminds me of like Queen's Rogues, like the story I'm writing. Unfortunately, it's for like the entire plot because like I wrote the whole script out. So I've got the entire script done for the entire book and it's like 400 pages. We're on page 13. So it's going to be a minute. So cuz do a short comic, I said. It'll be fun, I said. Um get up get the bag straps in here. Yeah. I do. You know what's funny? I was about to say like I do know everything and I'm like every time like I this is this particularly has been a really cool process because like I've done short comics before. I've done like 30 pages and stuff like that. And for the most part, yeah, like I do the script out and I kind of by the time I'm done with the script, I kind of know everything in the story and I'm, just draw it out and if there's any issues, it's usually in like clothing design than it is in anything like plot related. But Queen's Rogues probably because it's so long because it is like 400 pages or will be by the time it's finished. Um Even now as I'm like going in and drawing it, like my drawings are kind of like adding more to the story than I thought there was. um and not a lot of it is like, necessarily plot stuff like cuz I know the plot is pretty well set in. Like it, the story does not happen unless I already know like the stuff what the villains are doing in the background and the thing that they're going to be trying to do, the information that they're seeking after, I already know what that is, all that kind of stuff for the plot. But like, yeah, drawing all these little details and stuff and I'm kind of realizing how like some of these details I can then bring in later of like, oh, it's a good thing I drew this now because like I think I'm going to reference this later, when spoilery scene happens. So it's actually been a really kind of fun experience of like I am drawing this comic as much as I'm writing it, which is like I'm sure sounds wild because you guys are now just you're watching me draw it. Like, of course you're drawing the comic, Eris. We're watching you draw this comic right now. Okay, but it's not a true messenger bag without. It's like not a grocery sack without a baguette. So I need to draw something coming out of it. How do we really make it this into a messenger bag? Uh, let's do a couple of just shoved like folded pieces of paper. There we go. There's paper shoved out the side of it. That way we know it's a bag that's in use. Um. Oh wait, hold on. We needed swag. How does your sword work? I'm not even sure he can see. Oh, that's awesome! Queenie's working on a D&D map. That's awesome. What kind of like area? What kind of geography are you working on? The friend's couch. And they were roommates. Sorry, no. That's my brain rot setting in. Yeah, the friend's couch. They're girlfriends. Um, I wanted to draw some of the tall girl's sword, but I'm also like, for some reason, I'm drawing it behind the couch, so therefore you wouldn't be able to see like literally any of it except for the hilt. So now I'm just hiding. Maybe, maybe it's not behind the couch. Maybe it's up against the couch here. Two islands by a large landmass. Yeah, that sounds great. Queenie, I'm gonna give you a secret. I frequently don't know what I'm doing when I draw, and then I just sort of look up and I go, "Oh, those are some squiggle lines. I can work with that." Like, yeah, sometimes just stuff starts off as squiggles that you then interpret later. Okay, that looks more sword like. Yeah, I think I just needed to put it on the arm of the couch, not. We're gonna put it in a sheath because she's not just like slamming her sword point into the rug. It's like it's sheathed. It's fine. I do need to work on the rug too. Oh, let's take the scribbles out. Drew some type of astrolab. Yeah. Thanks, past me. Um, I might have to look up some designs. Okay, fine. I've stalled enough that I think I'm ready to work on the manicore. Do a real quick costume change. I've been trying to um put my jewelry on in the morning and wear it just because it I don't know. There's something about wearing jewelry, especially like the I have a bunch of rings and I have a bunch of bracelets. There's something about wearing, especially like my hand jewelry, because I tend to wear like the same rings and bracelets every day. I'll switch out my earrings and my necklaces, but like my hands remain the same. I don't. There's something about like putting the jewelry on that kind of makes me feel dressed in a way that like I'm still wearing my pajamas. I'm gonna be real honest right now. Like I'm in my robe and I have slippers on. Like I'm not dressed. Um but yeah, I've been trying to put my jewelry on more because it at least makes me think that I'm like dressed or something. I don't know. It makes me feel more put together than I really am. And it's been like, I don't know, helping me be more professional. Queenie says I took my children to school in my pajamas. Heck yeah. I feel like that's what you're supposed to do though. I like I don't know, like I'm thinking of like every like Hollywood movie where it's always like the mom in the robe with their curls like the curler still in, kind of thing. And I'm just sort of like, yeah, that's just what people do. Like school starts super early. Like mom drops the kids off in her pajamas and then she goes home to get dressed. Like that's the pattern. Nobody has time to get like perfectly dressed up at like 7 in the morning or earlier. I say, having not seen 7 o'clock in the morning in probably many years. Public school starts way too early. I don't think I want to weird people out by drawing like eyeballs. So where's like a glass eye. And I'm saying that mostly because it's like I started drawing it and I was like, oh man, it's actually kind of weirding me out thinking about it. Um, so I think we'll just do. I think I'll just kind of like do it as like an all black eye. I don't know why that's better for me, but it is. uh, Fix this little nose here. That's kind of what lion noses look like, I think. Oh no, I need another trip to the zoo. I need to go look at some animals. Get some little fur. Oh wait, this was the little floofy that. Okay, yeah, this is his like Simba floof. That's what I was doing here. Gotcha. Oh shoot, let's just connect these two. There we go. Oh, what was that line for? No idea. There it goes. Let's see. Okay, the ear is here. Let's. Maybe the horn goes in front of the ear? Let's try this, see if this works. Actually, let's just leave it like that. Get his fur in here. Oh, that's right. I was gonna draw quills too, cause like, yeah, we can't have him looking too much like a lion. And because for whatever reason, I decided it needs like mounting joints, I guess. Let me zoom out, making sure I've got, yeah. So one there. I don't know, just like makes my brain feel better to think that it's not just like this guy didn't just like Kool-Aid man his way through the wall. Like, I really enjoy the fact that like, oh, I'm gonna snooze it. I'll come back and or I'll yeah. I just really like how Kool-Aid Man is obviously a noun. You know, it's like the advertisement guy, but it's also like a verb now because I can say he Kool-Aid man his way through the wall, and everyone knows what I'm talking about. I love that it's a verb. I just think like the English language is kind of a nightmare to learn, and I feel really bad, honestly, sometimes for like non-native speakers because like the English language is so difficult because it's just like half of it's memes. Like we don't even realize like how many things like the it's Greek to me is straight up a meme from Shakespeare that is now just part of our language. Like we've forgotten where half of our phrases come from, and a lot of it's because you can turn anything into a verb in the English language. So you can just Kool-Aid your man way, through things. Yeah, it's a verb. Like people know what that means now. Like 100 years ago, you go in the past or whatever, and you say like, yeah, he Kool-Aid man his way through the wall, and people are gonna be like, what are you talking about? They'd be like, that's not a word. That's gibberish. But I also recognize that even though I find it, I just realize I once again. Why did I do that? Okay. No, because the horn is supposed to be on the outside. But yeah, anyway, I recognize that just because I love the English language for that ability, it does not mean it's like easy for people to pick up from the outside. Because yikes. Yikes. Maybe his horn just got a little too chonky there, I think. Just sort of adding little floofies. Make him look more fuzzy. Okay. All right. I want to add in those quills. I think that would be really cool. I forgot. They do have whiskers. Heck yeah. Kitty. Oh yeah, I forgot I snoozed it. Okay. Um, I Thank you. All right, I'm going to go on break. I need to use the bathroom. Let me switch you over to the intermission screen. The music will keep going as long as I do everything right. Let's see. Did I do it? I did it. Okay. All right. All right, I'll see you in like, 5 to 7. So, I'll be back in a little bit. Wash your hands. Okay, I am back. Let's get it back over to the art screen. Oh no, what happened to my chat? Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. My phone decided to change, what do you call it? We're like portrait to landscape mode when I was moving it. And I don't know. I think it paused chat. Okay. I think we're good. Oh, no, we're not. I'm still on intermission screen. There I am. Okay. Ah, fantastic. There we go. Now I can keep track of what's playing. I am way over off to the side. Let's recenter that a little bit. Maybe just a second. I'm getting readjusted and settled here. Okay. Tiny little half second of terror of like, oh, am I on the eraser? No, no, we're good. Although now I'm on the eraser. Let's fix up these lines. I don't know if it's just me getting up to go take care of the cat and go to the bathroom or anything, but oh my god, this robe is like making me sweat now. It's November. It's supposed to be cold. Why am I taking my robe off? It's not even 11. I should be frigid. It's okay. It's fine. I'm not angry that it's not cold. I want it to snow so bad. I just want to roll around in the snow like a polar bear. Just cast Arctic fox transform on myself and just turn into a little fuzzy creature that lives deep within the ice. Okay. Let's clean up some of these quills. Ooh, that's too much. Okay. Actually, let's make him even more. Let's do like little bumps here. Okay, let's actually make them even. Okay, let's do something like that. Kind of really give him kind of a mythical creature monster kind of look. Okay. I think I have the manticore done. We got a loot. We got a plant. We got some stuff in the background. Um, I think it's only the rug left. No. It's fine. Um, what are we doing for the rug? What are we doing for the rug? I have to clean all these lines up, but what am I drawing? I don't know. I'm just drawing like circles within circles, I think. Trying desperately not to ruin all the other things I've drawn under on top of it. Wow, that's the eraser. Let's do something like this. Hi, Mr. Baby. How's Mr. Man doing? He's like, Mommy, I have not gotten the pets that I wanted, and I need you to give me the pets. Sure, why not? We'll just do like vaguely geometric designs on this rug. these lines. Go back and clean this up. Honestly, we actually don't have to clean it up that much because it is a rug and it's supposed to be fuzzy, so some of these lines can probably stay. Okay, so now is the time of the art stream when I start to talk about whatever's on my mind that also tends to be incredibly nerdy and very specific. So sorry. Anyway, so like in Fallout 4, I've been watching some videos. It's always great when I start a conversation that way. Yeah, anyway, I've been watching I did not beat Fallout 4. And not for like I'm not gonna say not for lack of trying. It's more like for not for lack of winning. It's just like I played it for a little while, then kind of put it down, or I get overwhelmed from the thousands of quests that you have to do, and or not even that you have to do. I feel like I have to do them because well, I'm a pushover, so every single time somebody says, I need help with my farm, I'm like, all right, let's go help with the farm. They're like, those raiders took my baby. I'm like, all right, we're gonna go find those raiders and get your baby back. Like every single person in that game who asks me to do something I have to do for them. It's fine, I'm working on it. Anyway, so I started replaying Fallout 4 in part because I've been watching some videos on it on YouTube, and like either I did not play far enough at all, or I just totally missed like the huge, like overarching kind of like threat of like the entire game is about synths and like, artificial intelligence and robotic people. And I'm just sort of like, man, I knew they were present the first time I played. Like, and I know I didn't get very far into the game, but like they're right there from the beginning. I don't know how I missed them the first time around. And there's like so many NPCs in Fallout 4 that are secretly synths that like you wouldn't even know unless you kind of like basically put the game into essentially like developer control to where you can kind of change things for yourself a little bit. Like um basically there's some npcs that you're not supposed to be able to like interact with, like you're not supposed to be able to damage it anyway. And so like if you go into development mode and turn those um like turn basically the no damage stuff off, and you could then go and inspect their bodies as it were after you have damaged them. And it sure enough, like they're synths, like they're secretly synths the whole time. Because the game has it coded to where like if you rustle through someone's pockets, you see their stuff obviously, and all the synths have like just beneath the surface is like basically like they're not flesh, they're hardware, they're robot people. And so like when you go and you like loot them, you find their robot components, so you're like, oh no, this was a robot. And anyway, yeah, so I've been watching some videos on that and I'm like, dang, there's so many robots in this game. And I was watching this one video that even suggested that like your character, the person that you make and that you play, might also be secretly a synth, a synthetic human, a robot person. And like, man, that has been flavoring how I think about I'm playing the game now. Cause like I started over, I built a character, a new character and stuff like that. And now I'm thinking like, but like I can't unsee that video. And now I'm just like, oh my god, is she? Is the character that I'm playing secretly like a little robot girl who just like doesn't realize it? Like, because they implanted her with these like fake memories. So like she really believes, that she's like this person who was talked into freezing herself. Not even talked into, they just did it because they're Vault Tech anyway. But yeah, like it's been kind of an interesting way to play, and I've been having fun with it. Otherwise, I would not be thinking about it so much. Just adding little doodad designs here. Yeah, I think that's as good as this rug is gonna get. I'm hoping that coloring it will help make it more. Okay. All right, we're gonna do one last look. Wow, I did something on this page, huh? Oh, the sword! I never finished the sword. Okay, we're finishing the sword. God, I love this song. And it does match so many of my characters, but it's too early for that level. Just sort of designing a sword as one does. I decided it needed to have like fancy, I don't even know what you call these, guards or whatever. Like they're used, I know they can be used to like flip, like disarm an opponent. Um, assuming you know what you're doing with the sword. There's also like a gigantic like two-hander. Ooh, nope, that's not what I can bring that back in. Okay. pommel in there. Give it some variety and texture in the wrapping. No, I nipped the couch. Hi, baby. Hello, are you talking? Okay. I suppose if I finish the sword, that means I've finished everything else. Oh my god. Okay. Rad. Um, yeah, I think it's time to do lettering. Which now I have to remember what I was gonna write. Alright. Okay, so let's another thing for letters. I should probably start labeling these. Okay. Let's do okay, we're on the lettering page. This is not how I do the lettering. Is it turnip pen? I think it's turnip pen. I also, there we go. Oh, what's on my art pad? There's something sticky on it. Ugh. Got it. Wait, I don't think it needs a comment there. Alternately, we can go to the cabin first. Let's do. The grid is on there for a reason. Follow it. Okay. And then, ooh, I like the sound of that. Oh. Get these more. Putting a buried as a statement. Oh god. Okay. We are gonna have to cover some things up, but let's try to not the best we can. Let's get a little closer in here. We're gonna see what we can do. Try to squish it without it making it too hard to read. I hope. That's the goal. I don't know if I'm attaining that. I think all of this. Maybe we'll just go here. So that's going to be middle of the page, sure. Okay. Squishy, squishy this. I think I was going to bring this. Actually, I might even bring it over here. Okay, and let's move this more like here. Yeah. Okay. Yay. We have that in there. And now balloons. What? Balloon pen? Yeah. Oh, I'm thinking I'm on curve. Okay, that's what's happening here. There's the words. That's the balloon pen. Let's make that nicer. That's better. Oh. that first. I can go back and fix it. But think now I'm just like, okay, that's better. Oops. Their tails of their dialogue balloons kind of don't really point at them. But I do want the words kind of more central on the page. Uh, what do people think? If you're reading a comic and you pick this up off the shelf and you're like, I'm gonna read a graphic novel. I heard someone that I know drew it, you know, whatever. Um and you got to this page, would you understand what's going on? I guess. Like maybe I need to make the little dialogue tails longer. But at least let's try. That's oof. I needed. Okay, that got really silly really fast. It seems a little silly because it's so long. I weirdly am much more okay with quills than I am with roses. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. It has room too, so like it can definitely move. Okay. Actually just let's try. Oops, no. Let's just move this guy entirely down. What are two blank flickers? Go back to balloon pen, which is, oh, there it is. Completely lost it. Nope. Do this again for, nope. Let's just go in a little further. Nope. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. I'm fine with that. Okay. Not that though. Not that either. Not that. Do this. Okay. Look, too far back. Okay, I think that's a lot better. Yes. Oh my god, you guys. I think I finally did it. uh, and the sad thing is I know this is going to happen again multiple times throughout the whole comic experience. Well, we did it. Huzzah! There's the page. Minus coloring. Yeah, thanks, Jackie Beth. Okay. All right. So, where are we at? Ah, yes. Stark difference. All right. What was I doing here? Okay. No, I know. I remember what I'm doing here. Let's do that. Man, it took me over a week to draw that page. It took me almost two. It took me 2 weeks to draw that page. I'm just looking at my calendar because I kind of keep track of like where I'm at. And yeah, page 13. Solid 2 weeks. I started it on November 4th, and we're getting done November 18th. Okay, yeah. These pages have to be easier. Self, you can't let them get away from you. You have to make them easier. Took me 2 weeks. Oof. I don't need to be that careful. This is just a sketch layer. Is she flexing or is she stretching here? That's a good question. I think she's going to be stretching. Ears are long enough to poke out from either side of her arms. She's got her coat on still. Hasn't had a chance to take it off. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Did it get too boring for you? I'm sorry. He's like, Mommy's not paying attention to me. I think this is Quill, but he's like looking in his pocket or bags or something. He's like little waist pouchy thing. Roz got very tall all of a sudden for this bar. Height of it, I think. Bars there, bars here, Roz is short. I'm now at the moment in the comic where I am thinking very seriously about how their currency works. I guess I always imagined it to be gold coins because that's like how a lot of D&D does it. It's like, measured in literal like, your wealth is gold coins or in, with the denominations going smaller from like silver to copper. And that's how like a lot of video games do it too. I think probably because of D&D. But people did start having paper money even before even when currency was backed by like a gold standard, banks would frequently issue like paper notes because like carrying gold around was heavy. Do they have paper money? Do they have paper money? You know what? I'm going to say no. I'm actually going to say that the paper money, the banknotes, are more for. Hello, hi. Nice to meet you. I'm just having a discussion with myself on my fantasy comic on whether they have paper currency or they still use coins. And I'm actually kind of leaning towards mostly coins. Like I think banknotes would only be used for like I think they would be rare. I think they would be large transactions definitely through a bank. And so these two did just get paid for a job that was slightly extrajudicial. Let's just put it that way. They were a little bit they were a little out they were a little outside the normal bank rules. Yeah, I think it's like hard gold currency, honestly. So okay, let's draw a little bag here. All of that to try to figure out how this lady is looking at her rent that she just got paid. Okay, we have made a decision. It is there. It's just full on a gigantic bag of gold because yeah, I don't think the job they just finished and got paid for was banknote ish. I mean, yeah, I mean, in the sense that I stream twice a week for about 3 hours. See, um I'm also open for commissions. So yeah. No, I mean like good luck with his like paying university fees. Like that's no, just I've been in that struggle. Um but yeah, if anything, I'm I'm looking for people if I want up to commission me for art. But yeah, yeah, wish him luck for me cuz like that's, I've been there and it's a struggle and yeah, taking a sip of coffee there. I was like, oh, I looked slightly to the right, which reminded me that I had a coffee cup. That is exactly what just happened. And so I was like, oh, I have coffee. I'm like, of course you did. You made it yourself. ADHD. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna have Roz. She's paying her rent. Um, the panel just needs to be really small for that because why that this not all that important. It's mostly just world building. Okay, this little duck floof. I kind of really enjoy drawing Quill in so many different like head positions just because I Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, he's a comic artist and a manga. That's really cool. Does he have no, I don't have the disposable income right now to which sucks, I'm sorry. If he streams, I'll watch his stream for sure. Because I do a lot of like background stuff. But yeah, I don't have the funds to commission anybody right now. And once again, I'm drawing an entire. No, I'm not. I cannot draw an entire room this time around. Thanks for the offer, but I'm gonna pass on this time. But thanks for letting me know. Don't have to redraw the whole thing. Don't have to redraw the whole thing. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay. So like two little things. There's that couch. I think that's gonna be the waiter again. And then we're gonna stick Jameson in the corner. Just like awkwardly hiding behind these two people having a very lovely like breakfast date. He's not even sitting in like there's like a chair available. I don't even think he's sitting in it. He's just literally standing in the corner. I told myself specifically that I can't do this again, and then I immediately start doing it again. Oh no. Oh. Guys, I think I might need help. I can't stop drawing detail. Why do I keep doing this? Quill has disappeared somehow, but that's okay. Um oh, that forgot. I think I even had like little windows. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Everything's fine. Okay. Ducky looking hair. Little ducktail. would have bandaged that? I don't even know. Cards. Some words here, some words there. I want to like, I mean, I think probably some of that's going to be in the shading and whatnot, but it needs to really draw your eye back to that corner. Just awkward palace guard man. He looks so out of place, but I think all the people are just literally ignoring him. He only looks awkward because he feels awkward. Oh, that's right. Let's just draw that big old tree in here. There we go. That blocks off some of the room. Something or other there. I think this is literally a beaded doorway. Yeah. That is literally a beaded doorway. Whoa. Okay, there we go. I was like, what happened? Another big frame picture because that takes up a lot of room. Okay. Still feed it to yourself again, but you know, here we are. We're doing it. We're going to go in and really work on the poses. But too far. Uh, oops. He's like stretching to the other side of his body. Okay. And then the owner, bartender, landlord person. Actually, no. We don't need Roz looking abashed. Picture in the foreground or something. And I did it again. No, we're gonna do less this time. I say and immediately start drawing like 8,000 posters. Okay. uh... Why do I keep doing this to myself? It's gonna be a neat page. It is. It's gonna look good. I just really hope it doesn't take me another 2 weeks. Ah, self. Self, what have you gotten yourself into? Oh, I guess it would also help if I did panels too. Well, let's just get some of it in. One of my neighbors is talking on the phone literally right outside the window. I'm like, sir? Okay. Obviously, Ra still needs more, but I kinda don't remember what I had decided on her lines to be. Something like that. Not even following my own lines. Oh, it's noon. Okay. Well, let's see. We got started on page 14, which is great, but mostly we finished page 13, which, oh, that's too far out. Like, holy monkeys. I did a lot. Yeah, holy crap. I did a lot. Let's try not to do that much for the next page. Let's try to significantly cut the amount of work down. That would be great. Um okay, but thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for the new people, and good to hang out with you, Queenie, and nice talking with you, Hannah Lily and Hannah Hilly. Sorry. Um, nope, I read that wrong. I read it right the first time. Hannah Lily. Um, thank you, Jackie Beth, as always, because you're like in every single one of my streams. Yeah. I will see you guys on Thursday. Have a good week. Be kind to each other. Remember to wash your hands. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.